Alright. Alright. So, it's gonna be next game, and we're gonna be having trutacz at the top right location as the yellow Zerg. This opponent is going to be Djem5 at the top left location as the purple Pradas. So far, these guys are 1-1, and interestingly enough, first time build doesn't work, second time build works. Djem5, this is a best of 5. Is Djem5 gonna do his build 5 times? So far, looks like it. Still the same thing. Now, let's see exactly how this goes. I mean, I don't know, trutacz seemed to be doing the same thing, but he reacted differently to the attack, especially the first zealots. He lost a drone there. I don't know. I don't know if that's actually big enough of an impact that early on to say that the difference was so big. But in this game, I think Djem5 will have an edge because there's only one location where your opponent can appear. It's relatively easy to guess that you can stay here and try to block a hatchery. So yeah, Hellscream. I actually remember that Bisu did do that. Like, he was actually just doing double gateways or one gateway, and would actually be enough to basically win every single game that he played. It was kind of like, you thought that it was not even the same game what he was playing. But I did see in the past some of these things that were like, they should not work, but they were working. I remember when Draco played a PvP on Paranoid Android. He had less Dragoons than his opponent. He was attacking up a ramp, and he won that game by just doing that attack. So there's sometimes you see things that you think shouldn't work, they work, and you just, I don't know. I personally don't know how these things work, but sometimes that does happen. Okay, so let's see. Let's see now how exactly this goes, because okay, gateway, you have a gap here and you have a gap here, so this can be a little bit more difficult. Yeah, Draco didn't have always the best games. Like, sometimes he would play games that you would think were kind of normal, nothing strange, nothing perfect. But he did have a few games that were completely insanely good. It was a long time ago though, so you could make the argument that nowadays players have a little bit more of a, not maybe skill, but understand better a lot of the games, so they can actually adapt better to builds. I'm not sure if that's the right way to put it, but it's not exactly. Back then, I remember when people were doing things like, I don't know, the Bulldog attack on Terrans, and it was a revolution, right? So there were always these moments when somebody would figure out new ways to come around something, and everybody would freak out. Nowadays, it's less common because there aren't organized teams that look for specific counters to a build, so it's less common to see. And also, players would usually not want to, how would we call it? If you're a player like, I don't know, Effort, and you're playing ZVP in a tournament, you're most likely not going to be trying to improvise a new strategy. If it's not something you've practiced, it's not something that you know works, you're probably not going to do that. So I think that's why we see less kind of revolutions nowadays. That's the way I see it, but that doesn't mean it's accurate. Okay, so lair to gate again. Okay, let's see how it works this time. Two zealots are going to the third first. There's one drone. Okay. And, whoa, almost a second drone. Wow, that would have been actually really bad. And so far this is already working. This is 20 drones against 26 probes. The spire's going down, but there's a lot of pressure actually on this third. This time, this group of zealots died a little bit badly. I mean, they did some damage originally to the drone line. They did force less drones to being made. And I'm assuming these are drones? No, Zerglings. Ooh, and actually the spire is right there. You can actually see the timing because of that, so... Ooh, that's Zealot, that's Zealot. And 2 more Zealots here. This is already working. This Zealot is actually taking the entire army back, so that these 2 Zealots can actually do some damage. So this is already working. More Zerglings coming down. You know, look, there's no drones. 1 drone in here. Look at how many drones there are here. And here's okay, here's pretty good, but there's almost no drones in the locations. Now we will see mutas this time, so even though Trutacz has only 1 gas, he is decided to go mutas in this game. Oh, and another 4 zealots. See, if all of those Zerglings would have been like 2 Sunkens, okay, it's still a difficult thing to call. Alright, we do see that the zealots are going to come up now, and Djem5 is going to send them anyway, because running back would probably get them killed anyway, so you want to do some damage with them. So you can go after the drones and at least force them to run away. Mutas are also here instead of actually attacking Djem5, so Djem5 has some time to try to get his defense up and perhaps build some coursers. There we go, the double Stargate. I don't like too much the idea of going mutas for Trutacz. I mean, if there's one thing that Djem5 showed is that he likes to go for this kind of build, the double gateway and into double Stargate. So if you're going mutas, you're gonna do some damage at the early stage, but as soon as there's 6 coursers, you're probably not gonna do anything. So you don't want to go out with 2 though. Whoa. That was weird. So with 4 coursers, most likely you can already defend this. And yeah, I mean, the problem with the mutas is also that they actually cost a lot of minerals. Usually people say that mutas cost a lot of gas, so that's why you don't want to build them. But the minerals are actually not a small problem, because you can't make as many drones. You see, larva's already not being used because of that. And even though Trutacz is actually making a decent amount of hatcheries right now, so we've got 6 hatcheries already. Wow, it's really interesting that right now Trutacz is opting in every single game to go 6 hatcheries, not 5. Yeah, Fisheye was quite amazing. Was a very long time ago, but Fisheye was great. Mondragon was great from Germans. Who else we had that was like really good? Breakdown was really good. Gentleman was quite good. He usually was kind of overshadowed by the rest of them, but he was also really good. Well, Draco got really lucky because he did play with a lot of Koreans, so he had a lot of good training partners. Whoa, a lot of oh my god, this seems like a repeat of the second game. A lot of overlords going down. I used to play actually with Gentleman quite a lot because we had common friends, And yeah, I mean, he beat it like White Rat. He beat it White Rat, I think 3-0 in a, was it a national war or something like that? And he beat him with his off race, so he was really good. Ooh. I mean, these mutas will die eventually anyway, so the Corsairs have kind of already paid for themselves. And at the same time, oh my god, this is a juicy target. Now there's 2 spores here, but I do actually think, oh my god, that's gonna be good, that's gonna be good, that's gonna be really good. Oh my god. That actually might save most of these overlords. Whoa. That was actually pretty good by trutacz. I mean, that was mostly luck, but still. Without that, he's actually still losing a lot of overlords. But all the Corsairs are dead. And here comes the Zealot train. There's already a lurker here, so that's gonna deny this. Yeah, actually 2 of them. So I think trutacz kind of learned from the previous games that Djem5 goes for these mass Zealot attacks and said, well, I'm just gonna make a few lurkers and that's it. I don't have to worry about anything. Is there even a there's the robo. So the robo's not even finished. So yeah, it's gonna take some time before we can actually get there. This is gonna do probably nothing. I mean, running through this, if you lose all these zealots, then suddenly you don't have any like presence on the map. The attack on the main will probably do some damage, but here, how much really? The lurker is constantly doing damage, so okay, you're gonna lose some drones. I'm trying to figure out if this is actually worth it. I mean, in a way, you're actually in the main's actually a lot of damage. So yeah. It's worth it. It just feels so dangerous to do something like this. Run in, not knowing what's in here. If there were like 20 Zerglings in here, they could have gone really badly. But because of this, these zealots are probably gonna kill the main. Probably you don't want to attack the hive until you kill the Zerglings around. But even if that seems like it's actually going to kill it. Probably the pull should be a good target. But even if it doesn't get the pull, I still think that this did a lot more damage than you'd expect normally. Just running through like this? What the hell? And it works. That's kind of what I'm more wondering about, because I'm assuming that the reason is that there wasn't enough sunken or maybe some other units apart of the lurkers. So it was still kind of killing most of the things, but I mean, the thing about this is that Djem5 actually managed to take another base, and this basically resets the tech tree quite a lot. Now, Zerglings did actually get crack researched, so Zerglings will become quite efficient, and at the same time, if you do keep with your upgrades, which so far trutacz is not. Well, no, okay, he is, +1 there. So, if trutacz keeps making Zerglings right now, he will still have a relatively strong army. He's taking the other double gas, which would be awesome. I do like that. If you can actually keep it, yeah, definitely. But at the same time, it is so, at least for now, it is 3 base versus 2 base. So, oof. Also, there were no defilers made because the defiler mount did get killed. So these dragoons are going to be efficient for an extremely long time. Until Oh my god, a DT. I don't even know how that got here, but it's gonna kill a pool. And it should go after the Evo chamber right after that. It's gonna go after the hatchery, which I guess it probably would have not gotten either of them, but still, I mean, no Zerglings anymore. You can only build Hydras against an army that is basically oh, that's bad. No. A lot of High Templars kind of got caught there. But even then, yeah. This base dies. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. You send like 20 zealots through lurkers without observers, and you win the game. That shouldn't work.